Millions of Americans have their eyes to the sky trying to unwrap a mystery. Ever since Thanksgiving, there have been thousands of reported drone sightings, mostly in the skies over New Jersey. Now those sightings have spread. Reports of flying objects have cropped up in half a dozen states in the Northeast, some even here in New York City. And now what was a curiosity is raising some alarm among some federal officials. The FBI and Homeland Security Department have said these objects do not pose a threat to the public. In fact, some law enforcement officials believe they aren't drones, but planes or helicopters that are being mistaken for unmanned aircrafts. But despite that, some high-ranking elected leaders are demanding answers to what the objects are and who's controlling them. In the dark of night, the number of reported drone sightings in at least 6 East Coast states is now more than 3,000 and counting.
We saw blinking, like lots of blinking things up in the sky to the south, right over the ocean.
In New Jersey, unexplained drone activity was reported above a naval weapons station, while farther north, the FAA ordered temporary flight restrictions prohibiting drones over Picatinny Arsenal, where armament research is conducted, and over a Trump golf club.
There's one right above us.
But no one is sure how the oversized drones, some reported to be the size of cars, got there. At the White House, the National Security Communications Advisor offered this.
Many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
And a local sheriff seemed to discredit the credibility of a covert operation.
If they didn't put their lights on, no one would be looking, right?
Right.
And they're putting their lights so they want you to see.
But some politicians want to know more.
The fact that the federal agencies responsible for briefing the public have not come forward in a clear way is unacceptable.
Yesterday, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy wrote a letter to President Biden asking for federal resources to figure out what's going on. And senators from New York and New Jersey signed a joint letter to the FBI, FAA, and Department of Homeland Security.
If you don't know whose it is and who's flying it, you have to take it down.
Well, that sentiment from New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand echoed by President-elect Donald Trump. He posted on Truth Social that the government should let the public know what the objects are or shoot them down. Experts caution the public should not take matters into their own hands. Shooting down a drone or any aircraft is a federal crime.
Before I start this video, I'd like to thank CBS This Morning on TikTok for the story. So, let me get this straight. You have dozens of drones flying around in the East Coast. One in Maryland, one in New Jersey, one in New York, one in Pennsylvania, one in Virginia. And the government don't know what they are or where they come from. It sounds pretty suspicious. It really suspicious. Like, you don't really know where these drones are coming from. Now, I've been hearing rumors that Russia is sending drones to circling around the United States and see what allegedly targetings they're going to do. But this is just rumors. This is just alleging. But the main point is the U.S. government is keeping secret on what these drones are and where they're coming from. Now, you can tell that one of the drones is on top of a Trump Mar-a-Lago, and then you got one for our government airspace. And it shows in you that it's not coming from us. It's coming from another country. But we talk about this. We talk about that Russia may use their drones to spy on, or China may use their drones to spy on us all the time, like we do them. We the people have to understand what is going on. That just like our government can spy on every country using drones, using it as a tactical, they do the same thing to us. Now, I'm not saying that this is Russia's plan or China's plan. They can come around spying us, but it's kind of clear that obviously our government won't say nothing or keep quiet on what those drones are and why are they flying around our airspace. It's really funny that nobody says nothing, but yet they try to act like, oh, there's no threat. Our American citizens need to calm down, do not panic. But you have to panic because wherever these drones are, where they come from, are violating our airspace. And then they say, well, they don't know whether you can shoot it down. But ladies and gentlemen, what if this is Russia that's doing this? Because Russia did say they're going to send some drones or whatever to, just in case something bad may happen, like a war or whatever. They're probably going to like spy on our infrastructure or our airspace or whatever. But it's just so obvious that what is going on here, and people just ignore a lot of stuff. And I told you about a week ago that when it comes to the U.S.-Russia relations, this isn't good, especially if they keep sending weapons to Ukraine or keep sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. And obviously, and I'm like I said, this is alleged. Obviously, Russia was like, okay, America, you want to play these games? I'm going to go ahead and send these drones and find out what targets we can use just in case World War III is about to pop off. I'm going to make sure which targets I can use to do what I do to you guys. So we're only focusing on Diddy. We're only focusing on now Papoose and Remy Ma's relationship instead of focusing on what's really going on. And again, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with talking about it, but it's more stuff that's going on than you think. We always get distracted on the Diddy situation, now Jay-Z, and now Remy Ma and Papoose's divorce and their relationship, and then stuff like this is happening in our international skies that we also need to talk about. I told y'all, ladies and gentlemen, this is really, and nobody's talking about this, what Russia is doing right now. And I wouldn't even be surprised, and again, this is just speculating, rumors, whatever, but I wouldn't even be surprised it was Russia that sent these drones in our skies to find a lot, just in case World War III is about to happen again. They can find targets that they can hit us with. This is mainly the reason why you see drones around the skies between New York and D.C. and Virginia, and our military, everything else, and along with, you can see everything with that. And nobody says nothing. People are being silent. People are being quiet with the situation. That's mainly the reason why people, like I told you before, we can talk about Diddy all day, all night. We can talk about Jay-Z all day, all night, because this is the main topic here in America. We can talk about Papoose and Remy Ma and their relationship. But ladies and gentlemen, this is disturbing. We have unknown drones circling around the East Coast and nobody say what it is. You have to use our heads. You got to use our heads, people. And so I got to give a shout to Queen I Know Who I Am on my YouTube channel. She's been very supportive. I had no clue about the story until she told me in the comments. And I'm glad she did that. And it raises suspicions on, can we trust what the government is saying to us? And unfortunately, we don't. Because Russia did give us warnings that this is about to happen. And again, I'm not saying this is Russia's drones or whatever. I'm saying that there's countries are monitoring, are spying on our infrastructure, are spying on our military bases, our military complex, and we choose to ignore the signs. And we definitely need to find out why our things are happening around us, and let people know, and let the public know what all those drones and why are they circling around our airspace. Let me know what you think about it in the comments.